Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in. My name is Bradley, also known as the Swim Coach. And today we're going to be talking about Game Week 25, how I got on, how you guys got on out there. Seeing what we got planned for is a quick turnaround for this game week because it is a Tuesday night deadline. We will get the fixtures up as well so we can go through all that. So, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how I got on game week 25. We got 65 points. Could we have gone better? Well, let's find out. So, we did have Pickford in goal. He just got the minutes for the points for minutes. Did get a yellow card, did make 3 saves. So, bit of a shame there. Midfield did all right. Gay got 3 points. Gabriel got 6. Chabla got 4. And Mez's got 5. So let's have a little look at their points. So got yellow card, got defensive contribution minutes. So yeah, just those 3 there. Gabriel kept a clean sheet and minutes. Chabla minutes and defensive contribution. That was quite nice. Minutes and the assist. Quite nice when get assist. Now, as you see, I did go with Bruno Fernandes as my skipper for this game week. Wilson only got 2. That's the minutes. Bruno Fernandes, 10 points in the game. Minutes, goal scored, clean sheet, and bonus. Because he's our captain, it is doubled to 20. Enzo, just the minutes. Bryce, the 5. Defense contribution, clean sheet. What a beautiful one there as well. Now, if we did go with Haaland, we would gain 2 additional points. But Thiago scored the penalty. Got a yellow card, mind you. So just the 5 points there. Haaland scored, assist. Did get a yellow card in his celebration of scoring his penalty. And the bonus points as well. So yellow cards cost us about 3 or 4 points in this game week. But also we could have gained extra 2 points if we had him as our skipper. Could we have gained extra points from our bench? The answer is yes. I did think that Graham may concede the goal, but it didn't happen. That's why I did put him on my bench. Kept the clean sheet, got bonus point. Goalkeeper getting a bonus point was very, very strange. So weird, but hey. So I could have gained an additional 5 points. With the Haaland, we could have gained 7 additional points. So not that much, but still above the average. And that's what we always like to see here this game week. Now, here are the results for game week 25. Quite nice, interesting results. Leeds winning 3-1. Spurs winning, Manchester United beating Spurs 2-0. Arsenal 3-0. Bournemouth 1-0 against Villa. So Villa are starting to drop back now. It's starting to become a bit of a 2-horse race for the title. Burnley losing at home to West Ham. West Ham pushing up there. Fulham losing at home to 2-1 to Everton. Wolves losing 3-1 to Chelsea. And a big Saturday night game. Newcastle losing at home 3-2 to Brentford. Palace nicking it at Brighton. And then Man City coming back to scoring 2 late goals for winning 2-1. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we did have all greens on the leaderboard, so that's quite nice, except for the our own league. Talking about our own league, The top player did, in fact, have only 67 points, but the top player got 81 points. So he's caught up a little bit. Not much, but still there. 48 points behind. So close, but there we go. And it looks like it was 81 points as the top player. So, ladies and gentlemen, or second player, should we say? Let's have a look at his team. Okay. So, very interesting there. He went with Fernandez as well. Shrewsbury Hall would have done better, but he did have 11 points on the bench. So, he could have taken Anderson out and gained 10 additional points. So, he's been on 91 points. So, bit of a shame there. But very good. I do like that team. In fact, do like that front three as well. Hopefully, Highland can carry on his run as well. But we'll also see what happens. I would get Saka out. Get a midfielder that's doing really well. You could tend to be going. I would right now go for another Arsenal player. I'll go for another Arsenal player because they've got a double game week for game week 26. So keep an eye out for that. Well, actually, he did get lucky because he had Saka on the pitch and Shrewsbury Hall came in. So he got lucky there. But, excuse me, I would say, yeah, get rid of Saka, put someone like Rice, Supermendley in. And maybe you could go take Anderson out and go someone like Simeo as well. That's something you could look at. But hey, the fixtures for game week 26. As you can see, it is a Tuesday deadline. It is a 6 p.m. deadline. We do have 4 games on Tuesday. We have Chelsea versus Leeds, Everton versus Bournemouth, Spurs versus Newcastle. They are all 7:30 kickoffs. And then you have West Ham versus Man United at 8:30. If Manchester United win that is 5 games on the trot. Then we have a handful of games on the Wednesday night. We have Aston Villa versus Brighton, Crystal Palace versus Burnley, Man City versus Fulham, Nottingham Forest versus Wolves, all 7:30 kickoffs. And then to round off the Wednesday night, we have Sunderland versus Liverpool, which is an 8:15 kickoff. Then Thursday night, as you can see, Thursday night, we've got Brentford versus Arsenal. And then the following Wednesday, it is the second game for Arsenal. It is Wolves versus Arsenal. This is a match that's been brought forward from game week 31, I think it is. That is the Carabao Cup weekend. So that's the reason why that's been moved. And that game, that Wednesday the 18th, is when they've got the fixtures for the Champions League round of 16, I believe. And that's why the Man City Palace game can't be moved there, because Man City are playing there, or Palace are playing there for their games as well. So that's one of the reasons I think. I'm not 100% sure. But there we go. So status. The top players being brought in. As you can see, there's a few Arsenal players on this list, and that is because that double game week. And that's why here it has a little marker saying they've got no game on game week 31, as is highlighted here. So that is why. Now, if you go to Manchester United, they also have it penciled in. But I believe theirs game is still to be confirmed against Crystal Palace. So no game week for 31. So be careful and try and plan your substitutions for that game week as well. Okay. Um, so there are a lot of Arsenal players like Gyökeres, Zubimendi, Rice, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, Raya. So there's a few that are up there because of that double game week. I think because it's Brentford and against Wolves, I think that could be a good little opportunity. Um, could you use your double? Could you use your bench boost? I've been thinking about it, and I'm going to probably say no. Don't use your bench boost. Um, hopefully, there may be some other fixtures later down the line when something like I think it's like the quarterfinals or semi-finals of the FA Cup. There's 4 Premiership teams that game week. Then those fixtures will get moved, and hopefully they put them on the same game week, and you can get them from there as well. So think very tight, think closely about what you're going to plan out for. For me, okay, you want Gyökeres if you've got the budget. Yes, Fernandez. Zubimendi is one of the cheaper ones out of the Arsenal players that you could probably get in. And he's got triple digits for the season. And for me, he's at that 8 point. He's over that that form point. He's actually better form than Rice at the moment. And also being cheap, and also 4.1% of people have him. That does kind of help out as well. And I think with someone like Pedri here, he's another one you could look at. Okay, some good fixtures coming up, but after that you got Arsenal, Villa, and Newcastle. So they're tricky games, and then you got Manchester City, Manchester United after that. So there's some tricky fixtures amongst all that. And again, you got Liverpool and Spurs back to back as well. So I think, could you maybe? Do I like it? Option. Especially when you can get like cheaper players in. Palmer did get a hat trick in this game. We got 20 points. If you did have him in your team and you had a triple captain on it, that would have been 60 points. So it's something that you could look at. Me personally, if I was going to do something, I could probably use like a free play or wild card. And even if you are looking at your wild card, okay, read the terms and conditions closely, okay? As you can see, you can make as unlimited transfers as you like, okay, for wild card. Blah, 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 blah. This ship cannot be counted. Okay, but fine. But the one thing is, once the wild card's in, all of it. The one thing I do like is more the free play. The free play is where your team will go back to what it was beforehand. And I kind of like that because you could, if you had more for like later on in the season, where you had four teams where they've got double game week, that is where you probably want them in because then you can get more points then. Or you can prep it up the week beforehand, ready, or you do your wild card, whatever you want. But this is my team at the moment. It's not going to be the same. I am going to make a change, so don't you worry. There is going to be a change coming out. So I do kind of like that. As you can see, Wilson and Thiago, players that are coming out form-wise. There we go. Oh, actually, I forgot to look at Cole Palmer's. It was 20 points, wasn't it? Yeah. Yes. Leeds and Burnley coming up, so that could increase theirs a bit more. but then I don't like the next 3 games after that. Um, so for me personally, I do like having a lot more Arsenal players for this game week. Um, Another player that's starting to go on a bit of a run is that Somerville. 5.6, very good for a midfielder. Um, but fixture wise, they've got some tricky fixtures. They don't go really back to back tricky, except for Man City and Aston Villa. There's always a gap where they could get potential easier fixture. So I think for West Ham, you could use him. Form wise, he's been brilliant. What was his points recently? Look at that: 4, 10, 8, 7, 11. Can't complain there. And he scored in his last 4 goals as well. 4 games. So something for Somerville, but we may have jumped the ship and gone a bit too late on him. So we'll see. But that's what fantasy football can be like. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my take on game week 25 and looking at game week 26. So for now, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you like this video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye from now.